Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today is the 4th of February. Believe it or not, we're that far along, and we got a lot to look forward to. Got some great opportunities coming up when you're talking about winter steelhead fishing. We've got show season going on, for crying out loud, up in Puyallup, and now Portland sportsman shows are here in another couple of weeks after the Super Bowl, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Also, people are starting to get prepared for this upcoming spring Chinook season. Now, I get it. I totally understand. If you're not into steelhead fishing, that's what you got to look forward to. And we will, of course, talk more about that as we go forward. If you have questions on that, I got a little bit of flack yesterday for saying, hey, I don't want to hear about it. I really do, though. If you have questions or anything I can help with as you prepare for this upcoming spring Chinook season, I'll throw out one right now that you might not be aware of. I was actually going to mention it earlier. Actually, I was going to mention it yesterday. Mr. Sultan of Selwood, I want to make sure I get that right, mentioned this week, he sent me a text that they did approve the 2-rod endorsement on the Willamette for this spring Chinook season, and they base it all now, and I don't believe this was established before, but now, from what I understand, it's based on a 34,000 fish return to the mouth of the Columbia River. That will determine if we're going to have a 2-rod endorsement, the ability to use that is, during our spring Chinook season. I thought that was kind of low, but my numbers, hey, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch, so at the very least, there you go. We do get to use that 2-rod endorsement for spring Chinook this year. But again, if you have questions on that, don't hesitate. I am absolutely here to help any way that we can. I was just messing around. I mentioned that to whoever that was out there. You know who you are. Here in a little bit, we're going to have your river levels for you. Things are leveling off quickly. Also, it looks like the forecast may have changed a little bit as far as how many days of rain that we have coming. I thought that was interesting. I was actually planning on doing some fishing today, but now I'm a little worried about the wind. But we'll find out how that's actually going to go when we talk with Katie here in just a little while. Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. Now, if you remember, 3 weeks ago, we had Cameron Black in here from Gone Catching Guide Service, and he had brought in a rod and reel combo, a setup that he likes to fish with his clients when he's out in a drift boat or a raft or a sled, whatever it is, when they're chasing steelhead, okay? And at the time, I looked at it, I'm like, dude, this is a lot going on here. I don't like it. Well, since then, I have set that up a little bit on a rod and reel combo. Yesterday, I'd mentioned it quickly, and that garnered some questions. So that's going to be our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. We're going to talk about this particular setup that I put together. Again, there's a lot going on, but after fishing it just a little bit, I'm a big fan. Oh, he's trying to get a shot of it. Alan, you're the man. There, you see it over there. Okay, we'll get to that in just a little while. It is certainly, I believe, it will be something in my arsenal from here on out, but we'll all learn about that in just a little bit. Again, that's the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. We're going to have that in just a little bit. Special guests today. Now, y'all know I love to have a chance to talk with top guides, right? And I've actually been discussing some of this stuff with someone on our Facebook page about guides and this and that. And, you know, do you support them? Do you not support them? Which is laughable in the big picture of things for me. But two guys that I love to support, Big Dave Manners from Big Dave's Fishing Adventures, as well as on the right there, Nick Popoff, two very good friends. They are both very good friends. Nick Popoff, owner, operator of Peel the Reel Guide Service. I mean, all I gotta do is just look at the photo and go, yeah, those guys look like they could be a little entertaining. Well, they always are. We're gonna have them today from the coast. They're gonna be live on the water, chasing some steelhead around. I don't know if they're guiding today or not, but at the very least, we'll find out how things have been for them real time, maybe how things are going this morning, what the conditions are actually like. I would say that they're probably pretty prime everywhere. So we'll have a chance to check with them for a couple of segments later on in the show. So make sure you stick with us for that. Now, should I take Brian's call real quick before we get to photos? All right, we got Brian. Brian from Tillamook. He's got a update or an, I don't know if Brian, if it's the best way to put it, but you want to talk about the surplus steelhead in Vernonia Pond. And this is actually I've fished this before, people, in the past. It's a lot of fun. It's different to try to target a steelhead in still water. But Brian, what do you got for everyone?
Well, so far, Vernonia Pond has received 240 of the 400 that they're allotted.
Oh.
And Lost Lake off 26 has got 80, I believe, of 150. And it's an unusual fishery, being as you fish it in a lake, a bobber, number 2 hook, and styled shrimp or coon shrimp.
Yeah.
And the stalker trout and the trophy trout will also bite it. But it's like one guy said, imagine going for a trophy trout and walking into a 10 to 15 pound male steelhead.
Yeah, you might be a little undergunned. If somebody's out there, with the old power bait setup, a little 6-foot ugly stick or something, and they hook into a teener, you're probably not going to actually put your hands on that fish, but you never know. But it's actually an opportunity that a lot of people aren't aware of because, again, everyone taking hatchery steelhead, which, by the way, are an absolute must in the Northwest in so many different ways. Please help protect all of our hatcheries. This is another reason why, because the surplus fish that they do receive at these hatcheries get distributed to other locations in a lot of different fisheries. And this is just a way that you can go after these fish, which is what they're for us to go after. And, in the end, big picture of things, take it home, feed the family, because, by the way, they're delicious. It is what it is. But yeah, Vernonia Pond, look that up, everyone, if you want to try a little bit different opportunity out there. Brian, last question, though. I got to cut away because I got to get to these photos. But how's the fishing been for you on that hatchery-based river that you spend your time on?
Well, before the rain, I tagged out 4 days in a row. I've got 2 cents. We're waiting for the ocean to settle back down again. The atmospheric river set off the river or the ocean, and the numbers have gone back down, but they appear to be coming back up again. So hopefully we're going to see another push of fish here in a couple of days, and fishing might get better on all the rivers.
Have you been smoking those fish? What have you been doing?
Oh, heavens, yes. I keep some for fresh because my wife and I both love eating them, and then I smoke some and send it around the country to friends, other relatives that don't have steelhead available to them.
That's awesome. Brian, thanks for your phone call and the heads up on Vernonia Pond. Everyone, it's a great opportunity and can be a ton of fun. Any kind of bobber fishing is always fun. You get to watch it go down. But if you're in a still water area, typically they're little stalkers, not the possibility for teeners, meaning double-digit fish that can really work you over. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that everybody's been sending in, and you're going to start seeing lots of these. What a dandy. Adam, nice fish. Adam is on fire. Well, I'll give you that. Kyle, thanks for sending it in. Beautiful river, and I just love those conditions like that. Here's a first 2024 steelhead Bryce. Nice little fish there. Looks like a hatchery fish, too. Dinner. Sorry, on the barbecue. Delicious. Oh, you cheater. First mahi. Dorado, Dorado. Delicious right there. Jesse, thanks for sending that in. Obviously, everyone, that's not over on the coast of Oregon. That's a little further south. First steelhead. Well, it's over with for you. Head over to Fisherman's. Tell them that you're addicted now and you're stuck. You need rod and reels and all the gear. It's never ending. Probably own one of those boats here in a short period of time. Tyler, thanks for sending it in as well. Hannah's Hunt, look at that. Bunch of widgeon in there, lots of widgeon. Nothing wrong with that. I did a lot of that this year. A lot of widgeon and more teal than I've probably taken in 10 years combined. Great hunt, though. I'm already missing it. North Coast, wow. I don't care who you are. If you're a steelhead angler, you love them when they have that little bit of red going on the cheeks. You get the little buck stripe going on the belly. North Coast steelhead, Maddie, nice fish. Hatchery as well. Very cool. Plucking time. Oh, yeah, well, you always got to put the work in. You have some success with mallards. No matter what species it is, and that's where the work starts, right? Lowell, thanks for sending that in. Looks like he's working on that. There's some really cool machines out there that'll actually pluck your ducks for you, which is pretty darn cool. And don't forget, we actually have a video here, right? Am I a little bit fat? No, here we go.
Yeah, good job.
Get them started early. That's the topic of that with Carter and Papa Jim. I'm going to tell you right now, you learn that young how to operate a duck call correctly and learn to literally talk to ducks. That's one of the things that I love the most, if not the thing that I love the most about chasing waterfowl like I do, is that you can literally, this is, for those that don't duck hunt, you can literally talk to them. You can see what their attitude is, you can understand what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish, and you can tell them exactly what it is that you want them to do. Now, if they can actually do that, that's a whole other story, but in the end, there's nothing more rewarding, and again, in my opinion. I miss it already. I'm still counting the days. Here's how you send the photos in. It's easy. It's the Fox 12 app. Find Outdoor GPS, scroll down, and it will show you, literally walk you through, I keep saying that, literally walk you through how to download your photos and your video. So don't be shy. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to jump into the field reports segment. We're going to talk river levels. Let me remind you of the ProCure giveaway. Check in with Katie Ann. Hopefully, maybe get another phone call. Call us up on that viewer hotline, 503-548-6777. We'll be back in just a minute with more Outdoor GPS.